Welcome everybody to Splinterlands TV. I'm Holazor. I come to you from the land of What on Earth Are You Wearing? I'm joined by friends, co-conspirators, and fellow future co-stars in my podcast. And this is what I'm wearing. Say hello, Kevin.
I don't think there's anything wrong with your jumper.
It's more than a jumper.
Is it a onesie?
It basically is a hoodie that goes down to my knees, and it's made of fleece on one side, on the inside, and on the exterior.
How stupid ad.
And on the exterior, it's got like I don't know what material. It's a polyester blend, but it just feels like a cat's fur.
Is it one of your wife's gowns?
No, she's got one of these that's got koalas printed on it. Mine's got little baby sloths printed on it. And it's wonderful.
Okay, now that I can see it, yeah, that's pretty epic.
Yeah.
How did you find one in your size?
Oh, these are all one size, and they're made for enormous people. I've been told to put guest volume up. Am I about to drop a music video? No, I'm doing this because it's... Let me check the temperature and have Kevin laugh at what a pansy I am when it comes to temperature. It's currently 11.7 degrees outdoors where I live. So there's that. Let us greet all the people who have said hello in stream. We've got Walk the Grid, JB Saints, Diesel Noi, Arnie Boy, Added Zero, Card Zero, King Koi, Brazen Blake, JB Saints is here, Mobitari is here, Arnie Boy's here, Sideswipe, Valkyrie. Valkyrie's a great username. I love Norse mythology, and Valkyrie is probably one of the greatest figures of Norse mythology. Brazen Blake is here. JB Saints is Kevin. Just say hello.
Hello, JB Saints. How are you doing, good sir?
Is the guest volume okay now? Let us know. Brazen Blake, that's so inappropriate. It's nothing to do with that.
Just finished a... Oh.
Yeah. Tubero, Bootops, now done. And Hender's here as well. Ready for hibernation? Yes, I am ready for hibernation. I mean, if people are to be believed, it's crypto winter, so we should all go hibernate like bears. But you think that bears would be hibernating when there's not a bear market, because they'd be away, right? Hibernating. They wouldn't be out and about. Thanks, JB Saints, for letting us know. And now it is time for me to enter some brawl battles, which will...
Sorry, that was a little bit late.
Enter some brawl battles, which have just opened. So if you guys haven't done your brawl battles yet, jump in and do them before your opponent does, and then you can relax for the next 48 hours, knowing that you've done your part for your guild. And me doing my part for this guild, the Roaring Twenties, of which I'm a part, explosive weaponry, noxious fumes, and evens. Daru, I haven't forgotten about the send land to Daru bullet point. That's on my imaginary checklist, which is very imaginary. I need to stop reading chat and actually put together my team here.
It does help.
Yeah. I'm feeling like I want to play Billy with the blast and the trample, but then the poison puts problems into that plan. I'm wondering, I don't think there's anyone with immunity and poison. Immunity and trample, sorry. So maybe I'm just going to go with a little llama mage and just cleanse everybody. Actually, no, let's look for immunities and run out of time while we do it. Man, I can't play Quora. That's unfortunate, but I can play Kralis.
I can't play Core either for a different reason.
Oh, what a shame. That's my sympathy voice. There's a Krallis. Let's throw Krallis in. Then we're just going to throw a whole bunch of triage and hope that we can stay alive. Although there's only one triage, so moot point. Dear, I'm going to go with Life Leech. Let's also use Stitch Leech. We cannot use Stitch Leech because it's not odd creatures allowed. It's only even creatures allowed. That is unfortunate. 16 seconds and I've still got 14 mana to choose from. Why am I so indecisive with so many cards in my collection? We can roll a 6 now, and a 6 can be a Rooney. Sure, Rooney can go there. Click go before we run out of time. Hey there, Larkin. Welcome. Oh, screen.
Rick,
yeah, it's just me. Sorry about that, JB Saints. Apologies. I fixed that now. Thank you for the reminder. You don't want to look at my face for 2 hours. I don't want to look at it for 2 seconds when I catch a glimpse of it in the mirror. Yeah. Aim true and super sneaky. And I can play Quora. So let us be super sneaky with a Quora. What's this one? Attacks always hit their target. So it's going to be Immortalis plus Quora, or do we go Llama? Yeah, let's go Llama. If we've got it, we may as well use it. Where is our little Quora? There's a Quora. Super Sneak. I feel like Grund with a double strike will be hilarious. Or at the very least, quite amusing. What else can we throw in here? Ooh, Drybone Raider. Is there enough mana? I think that there is.
My next meme is going to be polarizing.
Polarizing? My sunglasses are polarized.
Alright, it's time for me to go have a... Oh, wow, I can't say that word on Splinterlands TV either.
For you to go and reduce your stress levels due to my presence.
No, I just really needed to go inhale something outside.
You need to take the puppy out.
Well, she has been farting up a storm, to be fair. But she's asleep, so... On my duvet. Lovely. Alright, I'll see y'all in a bit.
You must battle with the following disadvantages. No llama, no kitty. Wow. And it's silent summoners, and everybody has snipe. Oh, I'm just gonna have a nap while I try and pick my team here. It's because the game is clearly so boring. No, it's just because I'm exhausted. I didn't have to go socialize, but I elected to go socialize yesterday for my 10-year anniversary with my wife and a bunch of our friends. And I was speaking to Rick earlier about this. I had a coffee yesterday, and then I had some sort of stomach bug in the evening, and I did not get very good sleep. I blame the coffee for the stomach bug. It is the root cause. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm trying to avoid the whole brings anything with ranged, so that I am immune to snipe. Because it is a snipe rule set, but that means Jared Scar is going to get absolutely wrecked. So maybe I use Shield Bearer. And he absorbs all the snipey doos. Then Jared Scar can be somewhat safe. And then we can bring a heal for Mr. Jared Scar. And this spell seems like a great idea too. Let's see. Are we going to get treated to a battle? No. No battles for us. After a year of playing, I could call the game boring, says JB Saints. Imagine playing for 5 years. Well, I have been around for 5 years in the Splinterlands town. And even here playing brawls, it's just too many cards. I really do miss the days of alpha when it was, here are your, I think it was 52 or 56 cards to choose from, which ended up being around about 8 or 9 cards per splinter. And you had to really tactically think about what you were going to play and where. I kind of miss
that's
that
what I'm
format.
running into in these brawls. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing alpha beta brawls, and it's like, oh my god, I have no cards.
Yeah. It gets like that.
And the last 2 in a row, I had Are You Not Entertained on both of them.
Nice. Double gladiator. Oh, wait. Can you use gladiator cards in the alpha brawls?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. I hadn't considered that in any great depth.
I didn't actually run double gladiator, but I thought about it.
A lot of the
It was
time,
basically a choice between Twisted Jester or the death guy that has snipe and bloodlust for my last position.
I think I
just didn't work trap into it.
A lot of the time it doesn't really make sense for double gladiator because they're either ludicrously expensive mana wise, or they're going to attract opportunity, or they're going to attract the snipe or something like that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile here it's keep your distance and amplify with only evens. Maybe I should swap that Lorna out for Ilthian. That way our Conjurer gets Return Fire as well as Magic Reflect. They're getting healed. We've got Ajax with the ranged attack. I kind of want something with True Strike here. Or Snare, if they bring a Conjurer. There's nothing with True Strike, sadly, so I guess it's going to be Snare. That's all super expensive. We can't actually play a Snare here because of the mana. So I guess we're going to go with Cleanse, and that's all we can fit in the team unless we then swap back to Lorna. Then we can bring one more creature. Let's do that. Lorna, 2 mana. I guess we bring Dax Paragon in for the support on the rear. Let's see, will this be a battle? No. I'm just glad I'm getting these brawl teams in early.
Right. As
I say that, it's time for a real battle because my bot is still running in the background in ranked. And it just found a battle. So up close and personal, Melee Mayhem, but I'm going to try and beat the bot to submission. In more ways than one. Are you not entertained? Yes, I'm playing Quora. And since it's Melee Mayhem, yes, I'm playing everyone else who's also got melee and ranged attacks. Where is Warchang? There you are. And 2 mana. We will throw in a tokenistic Vernat Core. Quora does not go at the front, however. Vernat Core can go at the front. Grund can go there. Yep, let's go. Battle. Alright, I beat the bot. I got my team in first. However, it is Lord of Darkness in the front row. And then they have a very well-placed Corrupted Pegasus. They also brought a Drybone Raider. I was going to call it a Drunken Raider, but it's...
Too bad
there's no evidence of it being intoxicated. Of course, the retaliation did a stun. Corrupted Pegasus does mega healing. Their Drybone Raider is in gold foil and is higher level than mine. And of course there's a retaliated stun. Miss. Man, Lord of Darkness is so broken overpowered. So broken. Imagine when they used to have that ability. That confuse ability that I used to talk about.
Yeah. All right, all 5 of my teams are in.
Oh boy.
Rogue out to do her business.
Let's go, Quora. You can do this. You've got immunity, so you can't be stunned. Excuse me. And it's a loss. I expect it as such. Back to the... One moment. I'm not dying. Back to the brawl. We're gonna try to save ourselves from further defeats and shame. What are we gonna get? Super Sneak up close and personal with 37 mana. I get to play Quora, so we're gonna try and play Quora with a mage. That is also a llama. Now Super Sneak, so we want all the retaliate. Pretty much just build a team of retaliations. I really do like Nectar Queen, but why does Damaki Orc only have 1 hit point, but also has shield? I'm aware of the fact they've got 8 armor, but I've never truly looked at Damaki Orc in much detail. And wow.
I have definitively lost to Damaki Orc.
They are an awful card in isolation. But I do see that they could have some significant prowess.
It's really correctly. Melee only, but in melee only, whoo, he's nasty.
It's kind of like Ever Hungry Skull. Melee edition.
Yep. Melee only.
Weak magic, stampede, reverse speed. I feel like I can't play possibility. And I can't play Kitty or Jotun. So I have to defend against Kitty or Jotun here. Who else has trample? I'm thinking dragon plus green splinter. That way, at the very least, I can play my beloved desert dragon. And I can also play an additional gladiator because I have my Helios matriarch. So let's go and see what double... Oh, I can play Quora. What is this? So Quora and Catrabella together at last.
That's a fun team.
We're going to use our Desert Dragon in the front slot. And for an additional trample, it's going to be Oaken Behemoth. Yep. Then how do we keep everybody happy and sane? We need a repair. Because armor will come into this because of the weak magic. Scale Doctor's pretty nice because it'll reduce the enemy armor. And I think Centauri Mage would be a great middle of the road there. She's also got lots and lots of health. And Quora is going to go right at the very back of the team. I'd really love to see that battle, but I'm entering too early in the brawl cycle for that to happen. Yeah, I do see Damaki being able to work in Equalizer as well, JB Saints. Okay, enemy cannot play Quora. We shall play Quora. And it's, are you not entertained? So technically I could play 3 gladiators if I played the right summoner. But...
4. Well, 3 gladiators, 4 bloodlusts.
Yeah. Well, Life Splinter is available. Do we do it?
I mean, if you've got the mana for it, I think it's super
61's
fun.
61's pretty
Oh yeah, you got the mana.
pretty
Do
there.
it.
Okay.
it.
Let's go Matriarch, Life Splinter, Bloodlust Filter. Oh, so Jared Scar, and this is Rebirth rule set as well.
Oh dude.
Marisol, Captain Katie,
And Larissa.
I feel like she's got not an
Oh,
enormous
you've got
amount of health.
Tatiana. Okay.
Yeah. I've also got Solar, who's got a heal and Bloodlust.
I think I wouldn't go with Marisol because she's not going to be fully effective
Yeah.
because you got Jared up front. So yeah, I'd say
I mean, Marisol's
go
gonna
with
weaken
Larissa.
people before Jared Scar can get the kill because she's got faster speed.
I would go with Larissa because you've also got the snipe rule set.
Ah, yes. So that means I'm gonna need some heavy tanky, and by heavy tanky, I mean a Cornelius to be the victim of snipe. And we still have oodles of mana. Actually, Kralis should be a victim of snipe, and then Cornelius can go right at the back. And then Captain Katie will be protected. We won't get to watch this, but that feels like an incredibly brutal team.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Like an outrageously brutal team. So, with 46 hours left, my brawl teams are in. Yay! And I didn't even check to see if I had a gladiator pack to open before doing that. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the ongoing DEC burn. I believe my prediction that I've been talking about for weeks now was 427 million, and it's 375 million real DECs where it's sitting at. So that's all I have to say on that topic, because I clicked the wrong button there.
Sounds like a pretty good call you made.
I
don't think I heard that, but I believe it.
Don't have any gladiator packs to open. Do I have enough merits to grab one? Let's find out. Oh, I did have enough merits to grab a gladiator pack. What a shame. I could have used those in the battles I just entered. Let's see what we can pull out of a gladiator pack. Yeah, at least I won't forget to submit them. That's correct. It was just really good, impeccable timing that it was. I think 10 minutes into my stream, the brawl battles became available. Welcome, Debit. Good to have you with us. Oh, there's an epic in here. It's where my mouse was lingering too. What's the epic gonna be? Oh, it's a Marisol. Speaking of the devil that we just used. I love cards with reach in them. It's such a underrated ability.
True.
Okay, so we've done that. It's off to ranked play now. To have some fun, let's switch over to modern, so I've got less cards available to my choosings. Because the cognitive load of more cards in Wild is something I'm incapable of processing currently. And also, I wish to at least get 1 or 2 wins.
I don't know if I made a very good life decision, but when I went to put Rogue out, I noticed that I had a half chicken that I poached yesterday left in the freezer. So shout out to our Filipino audience. I took some Dago Puti soy sauce, which is a Filipino soy sauce, poured about 3 tablespoons of it in the Tupperware, and I'm now eating the chicken like sashimi, cooked sashimi.
I do that with barbecue sauce and leftover chicken. Cold chicken into smoky barbecue sauce is amazing.
Cold chicken to Dago Puti is amazing as well.
Silent Summoners, Armored Up, Equalizer. Maybe this is one for Tamaki. Since Summoner matters not, let us choose a Dragon Summoner. and use that with a Jared Scar summoner. Yes, because Jared Scar's a summoner. A summoner of pain. The only thing I've had to eat today was 2 slices of the leftover deep dish pizza that we brought home with us.
Ooh.
And a protein shaker full of chocolate almond milk. Fight me. It's great. With 2 scoops of basically vegetable powder. That's all I've eaten all day today, and I'm full. I cannot eat another thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I could and would eat a horse right now because that's the thing we do here.
Look, let's not discuss that.
Oh, okay. Is that controversial?
No.
Okay.
It's just an equine feast feels not a topic of conversation I could maintain for an extended period of time.
I understand that.
My brain is quite broken right now. Hey, Techie. Welcome. Oh, wow. I'm fighting level 1 cards. Watch me still somehow lose. Come on, Jared Scar. You can do this. I have faith in you. Don't die. I think Jared Scar died. I think I have confirmed his imperishment. The double strike Soriel the Bale was a very smart move by my opponent.
Yeah, double strike plus magic is a pretty bonkers combination.
Yeah. I made the mistake of spreading out my damage way too broadly. I probably also made a mistake by bringing Chaos Dragon with the most useless skill in the game.
Yeah.
That skill being... actually, Chaos Dragon must be one of your most hated cards, Rick, because they've not only got Scattershot, but they've also got Blind, so they've got 2 really RNG abilities.
Honestly, I have never seen a Chaos Dragon with Blind, so...
Ah, well... That was Gold League, and mine had Blind, so...
My Chaos Dragon is 1 DCX.
My brain is broken from being overpowered. I think my brain is broken from being overtired. We got Briar Patch, Odd Ones Out, and a Broken Arrows. Crazy show. I don't know that it's crazy, don't rope. I'm just chilling out. Earthen Dragon with no arrows, but everybody has thorns. So amplify, bring magic damage, and bring magic resist. So by magic resist, I mean magic reflection, which means nobody apparently, because nobody has magic reflect in that rule set. What about in the Dragon Town? Nobody in Dragon Town has magic resist either. So we need to avoid thorns while doing magic damage. So Immortalis feels like the best card possible here, because that gives us incredible defense against magic damage. I hope my opponent doesn't feel the same way. I'll be a little bit frustrated by that if they do. Almo? Almo with thorns feels like a great idea. There's no amplify available. Bramble Pixie can have reach. So we want to be all about focusing that fire. There's no cleanse available, so yeah, I'm just gonna run down the magical path and see if we can slip a silence in. No, there's not even a silence available. Wow. This is such a difficult rule set. And we've got 2 mana left, and there's no 2 mana creatures. Is there any 1 mana creatures? Yes. Is there another 1 mana creature? Yes. We'll put them in the front and go. Just with enough time to spare. They went with Obsidian. And they too do not have cards that are relevant to their league level. Yeah, it's a pretty odd rule set, Scotty. It even had odd ones out. So there's the double pun.
You're a double pun.
I think Almo was a great choice. You know, apart from the fact that my creatures outleveled the opponent's creatures by a great deal. But I'm playing in Gold League. I'm trying to get to Diamond in Modern. And it doesn't seem to be going so badly right now. It does look good. It looks superb, this battle. And that outcome was wonderful.
Alternatively, those would have been some famous last words.
I've made many of those statements on this Twitch channel.
On this very same program.
Yeah. Absolutely have.
My last series of memes for the night, I'm on 4. I need to post 3 more before you're done. Is a story in 7 parts
Oh yay.
about the DAO.
Oh yay. Up to 11.
Was it inspired by the one I most recently posted?
Oh yeah.
Up to 11. Equal opportunity. Noxious fumes. What have I done? What have I created?
A total degen named AI.
I'm gonna name it KR for Kevin Rick, or RK for Rick Kevin. Up to 11. 11T11. Amplify. What is gonna get amplified here? Is it going to be... I wonder why Mimosa is not as good as... What's his name? Immortalis. Because she's got that void. She's got the -1 ranged, which complements the void. And then there's the whole, sorry, you can't heal. I guess there's 1 mana between it.
Also, I think it's the team.
Yeah.
This is something we were talking about earlier on mine. Like, I feel like the team behind Immortalis gets better use of Immortalis's kit than the team behind Mimosa does from Mimosa, even though, honestly, I would say Mimosa is the better summoner, like, in a box.
I'm going to use Alster because that's my favorite death summoner right now.
That's the best death summoner.
And we're going to throw Gauledon in. I'm also vastly aware of the fact that there's no triage or cleanse in death. I'm just looking for very quick and nasty aggression stuff out of my team here. Wow, we still have tons of mana left. What's going to be the last thing we play? Let's go with this one because that one costs a lot, therefore it must be good. And again, an underleveled team. They rolled out with Narissa. I'm kind of grateful for the amplifier, but that deep lurker, even that squid, super duper getting wrecked right now. But at the same time, so are they by the poison. And I miss my corrupted Pegasus, Rick. Why you gotta have my corrupted Pegasus?
Because you're playing in
Right
Modern?
now, yeah, but I'd love to play my corrupted Pegasus in Modern right now. I miss Modern when corrupted Pegasus was available in Modern. When we only had one league.
I was gonna say, I don't think that actually works the way you you keep on using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Well, thank you, Dr. Blight, for using your scavenge to brilliant effect. It's what I get for leveling up my cards. What, wins? Because I'm okay with getting wins. Oh wow, I'm actually in gold 1. I still need to get to gold 2 in Modern. Lost legendaries. Are you not entertained? Briar Patch. So Thorns again. I really wish I could play Captain Katie here, but I think we might go for Blue Splinter. No, Dragon Splinter. That double strike magic sounds delicious right now. But is it legendary? I think it's legendary.
It is.
Okay. What about if we go Dragon and Blue? Because I do have that maxed out, Helios Matriarch. Dragon and Blue plus Bloodlust. It's only not useful. What about if we were to play Kitty and Fire Splinter? Chimney seems good, but this is a Thorns game. So what about Yodin? No, we just looked at that. So Death Splinter is what we need to look at next. And the
Stretch out
Death...
these memes. I have to post 4 more memes.
The Death Splinter is not great for gladiators. Specific to this rule set. Although that stun, let's go Liza with the stun for speed. Then I believe we've got Disintegrator with a knockout, 2 speed, so the enemy will be stunned. Disintegrator will hit because we're playing with Kitty. Then we just nuke them down with a Gauladon as well. Then we need a repair. Got a Hireling. Then 2 5-mana people for our backline. Let's go 1 ranged. And 1 magical, but the magical is going to be Dr. Blight. Wait, we can't play Dr. Blight? Yeah, no legendaries. Okay, never mind. Ever Hungry Skull. I doubt I'll see any magical sneak here. Oh yeah, no magical sneak. Just the regular variety of sneak. They brought lots of double strike. One of them is now gone. I think this is going to go very nicely. Oh, Liza got the kill. Beautiful.
GG.
Here we go. Now she's going to get the opening hits, and she's just going to get quicker and quicker, which is just absolutely perfect. What a great battle. For me, at least. Hello, Mishka Samurai. Welcome. Good to have you with us. You're witnessing the Liza Fox Chronicles. If only she had piercing. She'd be so broken. I was probably a bit delayed there. Because
Either way, you should go look at the memes so I can go to bed.
After this battle, we'll go look at memes.
But I've only posted 4 of my 8-part series.
Of your 8-part epic. Calm down there, Tolstoy.
It tells the story of the Splinterlands DAO.
But does it tell you the story
Super
of a man named Brady?
Fire and Regret.
I'm sure there's a man named Brady in there.
Born Again. What am I going to play here? Ulster? Ulster. When in doubt, Ulster. and amplify.
Has anyone ever told a
swap.
arc meme story in the Splinterlands meme community before?
I believe you'll be the first.
I love that.
At least that are directly linked. I mean, I've definitely posted a few that are the same thing.
No, mine form a narrative.
Hoarder. This guy, and now we need a two-mounted tank.
Stop, stop. Rogue, being stupid. There we go.
Let's go with Wile E. Coyote as our frontline tank, because we have Rebirth. Don't know how this battle's going to go. He's just got 2 more Hot Wheels techie. I remember we were talking about that last week. I think I'm going to be okay here, apart from the fact that they have a cleanse. Really glad I didn't bring a sneak. Oh wait, it's super sneak rule set. Oh,
No, I think he got
that rebirth that's going to happen, what, 5 trillion times on Pellicore Mercenary. It's going to be rather problematic and potentially unassailable. That is a monstrous Pellicore Mercenary. 11 attack and 12 speed.
Oh, wow.
Outrageous. Coupled with that cleanse. Wow, that is a brilliant play by my opponent. So let's skip that one to the back of the results window and go look at the Splinterlands meme community and see what is here.
I just got my 5th entry in.
Waiting for a win for Splinterlands TV. That isn't a hill giant. This is a common thing for Rick. But I did hear that you had some other luck. Why can't we say those 3 letters on Rick's stream? Blessed. I've got an image of a hipster. The number 4. Massive cup of coffee. Nothing NSFW. And which pick does the British Broadcasting Corporation refer to on Rick on the Mountain stream? I'm not sure, Blue Penguin, if you're here.
Yeah, it came from a joke Saturday morning because Birds, Bees, and Trees was in throughout the entire stream. I always call him BBT.
Yeah.
And then Buns, Bags, and Caps came in towards the end of the stream, and I was like, you know, there's one thing I don't like about Buns, Bags, and Caps. I mean, he's a great guy, super entertaining, super generous, always great to watch. But I love to refer to Birds, Bees, and Trees as BBT, and I just cannot do your name in the same way. And so that was where the whole joke came from. And
gotcha. So, Blue Penguin, it is NSFW. Well played. That is a good memery. I have to play wild to use chicken and ooze. This is no country for old meme. Okay, that's not to do with the Dow.
No.
Hill Giant.
No,
Hill Giant.
That's
Hill
directly
Giant.
at me. Just
Hardy
like the Blue
Stonefish.
Penguin. I love that there's 2 that are back to back that are just like straight at me.
Okay, what's this one? I need to open this so I can see it embiggened. These are the realms of Splinterlands. One day they will be yours. What's that over there? Land. You won't live to see it.
I love making Hollows laugh.
I almost snorted. Oh man.
I saw someone else use that template for something similar, and I was just like, "Oh wow, wait, yeah."
Okay, is that the first in your sequence of things?
That's not even the beginning of the sequence.
Oh, okay. More stuff about hill giants. Then SPS staking requirements harm children. But I can't play gold anymore because I don't have enough SPS. Splinterlands is a private corporation, knows you nothing as a human being or player. It will be okay. I will buy you a single BCX Hill Giant. That's a direct reference to Rick as well. How winners of legendaries look at winners of commons in Splinterlands TV. Those are some pretty outrageous outfits. Society of SPS goes to $1. That image is kind of terrifying because it's very much designed still in a aesthetics over function. As much as I adore aesthetics,
That's the point, sir.
It's still quite disturbing. Okay, let's give them something to talk about. SPL DAO voters, tokenomics, sticking the stick between the bike, falling over, and then I'm guessing blaming somebody else. You got any more of them packs? Yeah, we've got plenty of them on the secondary market. Another thing that I think that we shouldn't have done was distribute packs as rewards for chests. Once the Chaos Legion packs were gone, they should have been gone. I can't believe my bank balance after putting all my pension into SPS to play Daimong. Oh, it's a continuation of last week's meme.
I think the politically themed one starts now.
Okay. As the leader of the Splinterlands DAO, I have made a decision that is in your best interest. Oh, is it just going to be the same meme, but he keeps turning the page?
No.
Dang it. The Splinterlands DAO act in a manner reflecting the interests of ordinary players. I am once again asking you to insist that. The tension grows. As a member of MavChat, I commit to raising the price of community proposals to 1 billion DEC. Look, that would be great, because it would be, 20% of all DEC burned for a single proposal? Or perhaps that should be like a mechanism of proposal, is it has to be a certain percent of DEC at the time for the proposal to be submitted instead of it being a fixed number. That could be an interesting tokenomic experiment.
Make it 100%.
100%.
You must burn.
Have you seen anything that the Splinterlands community agrees unanimously upon? And then we have part 4.
Part 5 is posted too.
Okay, I'll need to refresh the page.
Plague?
The Plague, yes, the Plague. It's a cross between a page and a plague. The Plague.
Oh, okay.
That is what the Splinterlands meme community has become.
Where the
Plague
origin is going to come in.
Yeah, the Plague. So the Splinterlands DAO is authoritarian left, authoritarian right. It is also libertarian left and also libertarian right simultaneously. You could also do that with the Dungeons and Dragons meme of like chaotic neutral good, lawful good.
Yep.
5 and 6 are up, just missing 7 and 8 to get your happy ending.
All right, I'm refreshing. Splinterlands DAO Politics Part 5. I think it says a lot about the Splinterlands DAO when we are shifting to toxic populism through the creation of an increased use case for DEC. I mean, the Splinterlands meme community burns 2% of all the rewards generated. And that goes directly to starving DEC hoarders, because the DEC gets burned, and then theoretically the DEC becomes more scarce.
Valuable.
Not valuable, just scarce. So 14 days ago we had the last DEC burn report by DEC Burn, and it was 9,972 DEC that had been burned.
Nice.
So we're adding a 300 DEC burn per week by use of the DAO, although that first week had a big jump of 9,000-ish DEC. So this is a long-term thing, guys. Not a short-term thing. Let's jump back to the meme community now and refresh again for the additional parts. Oh, you just used the same heading. And then they said you could take the power away from the Splinterlands DAO.
And there will be 2 more parts published across the next 10 minutes as it allows.
We await eagerly. But look at that. We've had 69 interactions in the Splinterlands memes community. That's very, very nice.
That's a meme in and of itself.
Yeah. Particularly because the graphic is the meme of the hand hitting the button, even though it's so incredibly pixelated, sorry.
I love it.
So I believe it's time to give you a custom title in this community, Kevin. Because you have done an incredible job. I will need to change my Hive account to the community account in order to do so, though.
For incredible service to the Splinterlands meme community, we hereby retire you from service.
We just ban you from the community. Are you subscribed to the community? It doesn't look like you're subscribed here.
How am I not subscribed to the community?
That it's not in alphabetical order. Maybe that's why.
No, I was not never subscribed.
Oh, tragic. Absolutely tragic and irrefutably.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I was a free rider.
Right. Now I need to remember how to add.
I'm subscribed.
I'm subscribed now.
Flair. Roles and titles. That's how we go. We're going to add carry the 0 as a member here. And the title that we're going to set. There was an Australian politician called Kevin Rudd. And his campaign was in 2007 and it was Kevin07. So I'm really tempted to set your flair in this community to Kevin07, but it would be such a
I'll take it as an honorific.
Obscure joke.
Honorific of sorts.
Because it's got the 0 in there as well, right?
Right.
I'm going to do O as well, because as full words. Kevin07. That is your honorific title. I mean, Bootops has got the Hill Giant. Jagged's got the Deep Lurker. Matt Clark's got Flesh Golem Man. Nice. I've got Rondon listed as the Clown. And I am the Homeless, which is my favorite title. Now, did that give you your title, or do I have to refresh the page for it to be reflected? Yeah, there it is. So now you've got the custom flair on the community. So you too can have custom flair if you post incredible memes consistently. Let's switch back to
I've been trying. Guess mine are just shite.
I said incredible. Oh, Scotty Hobozor. What a great alternate name for myself. I love it. Why haven't I thought of this in all the time I've been alive? I am so thoroughly disappointed in myself.
In your essence of being.
Yeah, in my essence of being.
Now politics part 7. This is going to be a cliffhanger.
Let me jump back into the community here.
It's sort of a funny story.
So part 6 should be available. If I refresh, no, I do not yet see it.
Why?
Did you indeed post it in the community, or did you not? All posts, let's see. Reload.
Oh, I guess I only posted 5 and I need to post 6 now.
Oh, okay. Do it.
My bad.
We eagerly await the next chapter of your tale.
Doing it live.
Excellent. I am also live. This is not a pre-recorded show.
Wait, it's not?
No. We're broadcasting it now, and we'll rebroadcast it via YouTube later.
Then why did we have this entirely same scripted
Why,
conversation?
why am I looking at the teleprompter? Although that would be talent, to have three people reading a teleprompter simultaneously and making it sound like an actual podcast.
What do you think presidential debates are?
That's not a natural podcast.
Malarkey.
Yeah, I love that
It is socio-political gaslighting on a scale unable to be comprehended.
I accidentally lied. There are only 7 parts, and this is part 6, not 8.
Oh, well, you did publish part 5 twice with the heading, actually.
Oh, well, shoot. How can I modify the heading?
Yes, you can edit.
Okay, so this is going to be part 6, and now I need to change the next one.
Yeah, Cray thought this was recorded. Yeah, so did I. But going back to a story that I was talking about at some point in the past, if we live in a deterministic universe, then technically this is recorded. And it's just playing back.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is very correct. Sorry.
Yeah. Scriptedly live.
But also, if we use the many worlds theory, I mean, there are different iterations of this conversation with different memes.
If we use the many worlds theory, your memes may have actually been funny.
That should be a meme.
I can be savage sometimes.
And speaking of that, I'm going to go claim my stuff in a game that I will not name that is based on many worlds theory.
Ah.
Literally.
All right, here we go. Here's part 7. I feel like this could also be an illustration of Julian Assange. It is the time to strike the Splinterlands down. Go to work, get married, have some kids, pay your taxes, pay your bills, watch your TV, watch your Splinterlands TV, follow fashion, act normal, obey the Tao, and repeat after me. Ooh. I am free. I had to modify that live for you.
Oh my god, that's a good one. That is an amazing meme.
I just replaced the word law with Tao there. Look, there's a bit of ad-lib there. Go to work, get packs, have pull some commons, pay your taxes. What could we change pay your taxes to in Splinterlands thing?
Get shortchanged on SPS.
Stake your SPS. Pay your bills. Get your rentals. Watch your Splinterlands TV. Post memes. Act normal. Obey the Tao. And repeat after me. I am free. I'm gonna write that as a comment because I feel like that needs to be immortalized.
That needs to be documented. Is there any way to communicate with the Tao other than via proposals?
I mean, you could post in the Splinterlands meme community, and some members of the Tao, such as myself, would.
Wait, you're a member of the Tao?
Everybody's a member of the Tao. Anyone who's got staked SPS is a member of the Tao.
No, I meant the formal structure.
The formal structure. I think they've got a contact line somewhere. You could send a telegram, not telegram as in the app. I mean a physical telegram with
I would much rather send a physical telegram.
Dash. Go to work, get packs, have some reg foil, commons, stake SPS, pay your rentals, watch Splinterlands TV, follow fashion. Follow fashion, act normal, obey the Tao.
Obey the Tao blindly.
I'm going to put that in a block quote and italicize it.
I don't want to hurt Tao members' feelings, but I do.
I don't think
I don't think they have feelings.
I was going to say I'm pretty unemotional.
But you're also not a higher up in the DAO.
I don't know. What is my SPS stake these days? I'm going to go to Peak Monsters and find out.
But you don't hold a position in the DAO leadership, do you?
No, there is no leadership positions as such. There was the community leaders that were elected via Google Forms.
That's kind of what I'm referring to, yeah.
But other than post
No
several
member of
proposals,
Splinterlands TV is on that committee.
Other than post several proposals, that community has not done anything extraordinarily visible, as far as I'm concerned.
Fair.
What are we doing? And I don't know if it's time for re-election for that, because it feels like it's been more than 3 months. Was it meant to be for 3 months?
To abolish the DAO.
I would feel confused, but glad that 100k DEC was burned. I think it's going to be my position to just vote no to every proposal, so that it has to be re-proposed.
Okay.
Because and that would then consequently burn more DEC. So I'm on 127th on the staked SPS list.
So you're a small fish. Oh, the final part is now up, I believe.
Excellent.
The saga.
So I'm 127th. How many holders are there? 280,827. So I'd be in the what percentile? I don't know. I don't know how to calculate that. Would I divide my position by the number of members? Yeah.
In this case, you just divided by 2 because you're in the top 200.
127 divided by 200. So I'm 63rd percentile in the top 200.
That's not all your percentile.
Yeah.
So I can extrapolate from that. You're either in the 98th or 99th.
127 divided by 281,000. It's unfortunately scientific notation.
Oh, do you know how many? We know the total amount of users with staked SPS?
Yeah. It's 280,827.
How many of those are bots?
No idea.
Are bots users?
Technically, they are users of the Splinterlands DApp.
Fair.
I mean, at times I am a bot because I do use my Archmage token. Whereas at other times I am a human. So sometimes I click the capture and other times I don't. There is no capture as such, but
maybe there will be in modern.
Metaphorically speaking. Okay, let us quickly upvote that. The story
there should be a mechanism whereby if your DAO proposal passes, you get your DEC back.
No.
I disagree. The story of the rise and fall of the Splinterlands DAO was a dark one, but we must never forget and never let it happen again. Okay, so we've gone from, we need to look at these in sequence now. I've made a decision. I'm once again asking you to insist that we act in the interest of ordinary players. We commit to raising the price of proposals to 1 million, billion, trillion DEC. So we've got the whole, I'm appointing myself. I am trying to make the voice of reason come through. I am being chaotic and saying, well, we can't have either of these things, so we should make the barrier to a proposal be so prohibitive. Therefore, we are the four corners of politics all at once. Then we have the casual plebeian observing.
Plebeian intellectual.
Yeah. It says a lot about Splinterlands DAO shifting to toxic populism. That's a reference to salt. The only thing that's missing is a pillar of salt in the bed of the truck. And then they said they could take the power from the Splinterlands DAO, and then we descend truly into the authoritarian northern hemisphere of this political ideological cube. And then we have Ruin And then part 9 would be going back to this meme. This is like the opening scene of the film or the novel, where it's like this is the end state, and then it rewinds to the events of the past, and the events of the past unfold, but then this is what you end up with instead.
So that's incorrect, because there are 8 more parts coming next week.
The saga shall continue.
The saga shall continue. I will tell the story of the SPS DAO.
Daru's just asked a question in the chat. Do the battle API calls identify the app origin? Not really, Daru, because you've got the submit team battle is just a custom JSON that goes to the blockchain, and whether you're doing that through a browser-based bot like a Selenium style thing that was the ultimate Splinterlands bot when it first came out, that just uses the website to publish that transaction, which is JSON submit team blah 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 blah. They could potentially modify that and force the agent type to be submitted there, but because you're just submitting and signing a transaction with the Hive private key to say this is the team I'm submitting, you can pretty much just immediately do that. You're asking a differentiation between direct API calls. There is no differentiation, because even the browser app is making that API call in the background. You could potentially do logging on the web front end to say, was this done on the web front end through some sort of cookie, to check whether or not it was just a straight API call. But I'm not a web developer. That's just me speculating as to how or what mechanism could be used to identify whether it was. Yeah, like I said, not a developer, but I'm glad that I came up along the thing. What is the Discord server link for Splinterlands? Do you want the Splinterlands Discord server or the Splinterlands TV Discord server, the Joker? Because we have 2. I'll grab you the Splinterlands Discord link. One moment, I'm just doing that on my other monitor. Invite people. Copy. Paste. There's the link to the Splinterlands TV Discord server. Sorry, the Splinterlands one. And then our Splinterlands TV Discord server. Invite. We've got a specific link on our Twitch profile, I think, somewhere, for the Splinterlands TV. Brain is not function very good today. So thank you, Kevin, for your very extraordinary meme contributions. And
You're very welcome.
Welcome to Splinterlands TV, the Joker 696. It's good to have you with us as a first-time chatter. We are going to jump in and play some more Beatles. I want to play a Crypt Beetle.
I'm going to crash out. Y'all have a great night.
No worries, Rick.
Night, Rick.
Thank you for your company. Have a good night. If you've got any questions about the game, feel free to ask in the chat. I've been playing for 5 years, so if I don't know, then is there any deities in the Splinterlands lore? I don't think there's any specific deity, but I wanted to try and use then this deity in the Splinterlands world is the person we should ask. But my gaps in knowledge are probably covered off by the many thousands of hours of knowledge that the Splinterlands TV audience have witnessed as well. Because I think it's impossible to be across every single element of Splinterlands. Could you give me a summary of how I can start? Yeah, certainly. I will play this battle and then I'll give you the rundown of how to get everything started. Do you have a Hive blockchain account, firstly, Joker? I think I'm just going to Yoden this battle. Go with the massive blast attacks, and they're all going to be magical.
Excuse me.
It's okay, Kevin. You can go to sleep.
I'm gonna let you lull me to sleep. I'm gonna have to finish sending you those Rift Watcher cards tomorrow.
Yeah, that's okay. I am in no big hurry.
I'm just too lazy to find the right ones.
That's all right. Let's see how this battle goes, and then we'll talk about this. You have an NFT Hive account. So NFT Hive and the Hive blockchain are different. NFT Hive is based on Wax. Hive is its own blockchain with its own protocols. One of the easiest ways to get a Hive account is to just purchase the spellbook through Splinterlands. So after this battle's done, I'll log out and pretend that I'm a new user and show you the process of what you would do. So you want to get the Hive keychain browser extension. That's basically the Hive blockchain's version of Anchor. Is that the equivalent in Wax, Kevin?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
But Anchor also works on iOS and a bunch of other chains.
Yeah. So I'm logged out. Well, once the thing logs me out, I'll be logged out. So I'm logged out entirely of Splinterlands. If I go log in without an account, it'll say that there's a register option. You can use your email, so you don't even need to sign up with an email, or you can use Wombat. Wombat's on Wax, is it not?
Wombat is on Wax, yes.
Yeah, you'd be able to use Wombat to do your authentication because there are some Splinterlands assets that are bridged to the Wax blockchain as well. So there's some packs and some other cards there as well. But Hive keychain is really the best way to interact with the Hive blockchain. It's pretty similar to every other thingy-madoo, Web3 wallet and that sort of thing. So you would create your account. Then once your account was created, you would then be able to log in. So I'd put in my username, I'd log in, and your first battles would then be in Novice League. You don't need to, as far as I can recall, immediately purchase a spellbook. But when you do purchase a spellbook, I believe you do get some credits. I'm just looking at the help guide because,
$3 worth of credits.
Yeah, my account was created such a long time ago. I can't remember half of this stuff. So getting started, upgrade your Splinterlands account, free to play Splinterlands account. So these help guides seem like they would also be extraordinarily useful. But once you've authenticated and jumped in to log in, you just click the sword up the top. You'd hit battle. Your other option would be to go have a look at the in-game market and see if there was any cards that you'd like to purchase. Now, the in-game market appears to be sorted by price descending, which is not representative of the majority of Splinterlands cards. You've got, I'm just sorting the other way around, so you've got cards that range in price from a cent all the way up to somebody attempting to sell a gold foil Spirit of the Forest for $150,000, which is unlikely to sell.
You don't say?
Highly unlikely to sell. But there's only 66 in circulation, which is quite a small number. I think one of the rarest cards is the gold foil Lightning Dragon Alpha. And I don't think there's any of them on the market currently. So you've also got different editions in Splinterlands. So you've got the Alpha set, which were released at the original time that the game was released about 5 years ago. Then you have the beta set, which is essentially a reprint of the alphas, but you would need more cards to level them up. because you level up cards by combining them with each other. And as you level them up by combining them with each other, they gain more skills. You can only use the... is there a pack drop? There is normally a pack sale going on the Splinterlands store page where you can buy packs directly from the Splinterlands company. However, the most recent edition, which was a Chaos Legion, once my game loads, has sold out from Splinterlands, but there is secondary markets available, and they're linked here. So you can either go to the in-game market, you can go on Atomic Hub or Hive Engine to do that. So if we were to go to the in-game market, if you wanted to grab packs, you could go here and say, yeah, I want to buy this many packs, and click buy. But as Cray Mundere has said, you definitely want to buy pack cards individually. You'll get many more cards than what are in packs. Do you need to buy with USD? No, you can use any other crypto. So you've got this credits icon up the top. If you click the plus sign here, it'll take you to a new screen where you can buy more credits. You can use crypto to buy credits. You can use Splinter Shards, BAT, BUSD, BTC, Bitcoin Cash, DAI, EMP, ENJ, Ether, Gala, Game, Hive, HBD, Hoop, I can't say the name of that exchange, but Huobi, Litecoin, PGU, Sand, Uni, and you can even use Wax, ApeCoin, as well as Doge, Shiba, USDT, and USDC. So there's tons of crypto you can use to load your account with credits, and then you can use those credits to buy stuff off the market. That's not an incredibly prominent sort of feature up there, but it is there. And then if you were selling things on the in-game market, when another player buys them, you would receive DEC, which you can also use to buy things from the market. Finally, there's SPS, which is a reward that you obtain in battle, but it's also the governance token for the Splinterlands DAO. And then if I click here, it'll take me to the SPS staking page. There's a APR for staking. There's also information about your DEC holding. If you stake SPS, you can get vouchers, which give you discounts on various drops and stuff. You can convert DEC to Hive or other crypto. There's various liquidity pools within Hive Engine, which is a Hive-based decentralized exchange. So you can convert it to Hive. You can use the BSwap Wax bridge if you wanted to go back to Wax as well. There's so many different ways of going in and out. So I know there's definitely a DEC Hive liquidity pool on Hive Engine and Tribal Dex, which is basically the same as Hive Engine, just a slightly different interface. And I realize this is probably a whole bunch of information that's just being dumped upon you, but let me know if you want me to simplify or complexify any of my answers. So if I wanted to take my DEC here, let's say I wanted to take, and I'm just going to do this live to demonstrate how it's done for you, 7,941 DEC. I'm going to send that to my Hive Engine wallet to do a transfer out. And that's done. I'm then going to go to my favorites here and go to Tribal Dex, which is just a different front end for the Hive Engine infrastructure. I'll go to the pools here. I will go to swap my DEC for Hive. Now that's not an enormous amount of Hive that I'm getting, but this is more of a proof of look, it works. Actually, no, it's about 20 hive that I'm getting there. So I hit confirm. I don't know what button I fat fingered on my keyboard there with my side tabs. I don't want to show my sidebar. I don't know what I've done. Look at me, I'm a noob right now. So I've got that hive. Then there's another service called bswap. So I can go to bswap and then go to swap at the top. Then I can select my token, hive, select my token down here and go wax. Then I can swap my 20 hive for 137 wax. Click swap, confirm, okay. And then if I go to, I'm just going to Google Hive Engine because I don't have a link in my favorites. If I go to Hive Engine proper, which again, same infrastructure, it's just 3 different websites. I go to my wallet here. I can withdraw and then go find wax in this list. Click that and then put in my wax address and then withdraw to my wax account if I wanted to, which is what I'm going to do. I'll do that. I confirm it in my keychain and that will bridge over to wax in like half an hour's time. So you definitely can take your DEC and convert it to wax if you were wanting to be a trader in Splinterlands. And I know that was like 3 different websites to do it, but it is a thing to do. It's just like bridging any blockchain to any other blockchain. You got to go through a couple of hoops to get there. Were you saying something there, Kevin?
Oh, sorry. I said shout out to Joker. They're one of the regular viewers.
You're very, very faint.
I'm not for the faint of heart. Apologies. I said shout out to Joker. He's one of my regular viewers.
Oh, okay, cool. So hopefully I've given them a good introduction. And if you need help, just send Kevin a DM on Discord, and he can create a group chat with the 3 of us there, and I can provide you with any additional bits and pieces or help that you might need.
He may know me as Prime.
Yeah, or Prime Rogue. Yeah. There's so much that you can do in Splinterlands. So there's the battles, which I was obviously playing before. There is guild brawls, where you play battles but within your guild. And then you've got land, which is a expansion that's been in production for quite some time. And eventually monsters will be able to be staked to land, and you will get various rewards for staking those monsters on land in addition to DEC. And there is also a tower defense game called Soulkeep, which is in beta, which will also use Splinterland assets in some way or another as well. So there's tons and tons of stuff. Some people just like going on the market and playing like market arbitrage. There's also alternative marketplaces for Splinterlands outside of the store that is within the game itself, where you can buy cards from other players. They all use the same back-end API to contact the Splinterlands marketplace. So Peak Monsters is much better for sort of searching for bulk cards if you want to buy like hundreds of a particular card, or do some more advanced filtering like searching on an ability. If you wanted to find a card that has blind, you can just go in there and type the word blind and it'll bring up cards that eventually get blind at some point in their leveling. You can also rent cards as well. If you don't want to go and buy a whole bunch of cards, you can rent cards from other players. What else can you do? You can rent cards to other players. You can do all sorts of things. Splinterlands is a very deep body of water to get engaged in. There's also tournaments, which are battles, but with specific prizes depending on where you place. And there's different tournaments for different league levels. So the interface is pretty self-explanatory, but
I would say the tournaments are very good for new players.
yeah, the tournaments can be quite lucrative in terms of their rewards.
Sort of.
I mean,
also, like,
here my entry price to this tournament is 5,000 because I'm in Champion League.
but it would be 1 or 5 if
yeah.
you were in bronze.
So it'd be like between 1 or 5 if you're in Bronze League, and you could enter that for, let's say, 10 DEC to be elaborate. There's 73 players entered in this tournament, but there's prizes all the way through to the 256th position. So you could spend 10 DEC and end up with a prize of, wow, that's a really weird prize structure. Because I don't think that I think 10 SPS is worth more than 2. Is 10 DEC worth more than 2 SPS? Surely not. But it'd be getting close. No, just joking. It wouldn't be. But basically, if you placed in the very most bottom of that tournament, you'd get your entry fee back with the opportunity to be awarded more highly.
Yep.
Yeah. But
It doesn't count against your daily energy.
yeah, that's the other thing as well. It doesn't count towards your daily energy. Meanwhile, here I've got a tournament that's at my league level. It costs 8 SPS for me to enter. And if I look at the last section of it, it's an 8 SPS prize for coming anywhere between 129th to 256th in that tournament. And given the fact that there's only 92 entrants in that particular tournament currently, probably will change. You could enter, be terrible, and still walk away with 35 SPS. So tournaments can be quite lucrative for new players or those wanting to get really engaged in the competitive side of the game.
For those to grind stuff.
Yeah, it's a good way to learn what strategies work well in combat as well, because I would think that people playing tournaments are probably more engaged than those who just play in ranked. Hey Adrian, welcome.
One is the demographic, the other one is the demographic that plays then.
Yeah, I think it's a slightly different demographic as well, of who plays what. Oh man, I need a drink of water after all that talking, but my glass is unfortunately empty. I'm so disappointed. There was a little bit there. Yeah, the bottle's on the kitchen bench, and that's in the other room, and I don't want to get up. I refuse to use my legs. I will let them atrophy as I sit here for the next half an hour or so. I've got 8 energy left, so I'm going to play some more modern battles. What doesn't kill you, which is the enrage rule set, and unprotected. We've got water, earth, and life. This just means llama plus creature, this rule set. 7 mana, and I've been playing forever Joker, so what? I can't play a fella called Deceiver? Oh no, there he is. Mercenary. He just doesn't have Retaliate at this level. I'm used to playing in Diamond League, so playing this match in Gold, I'm confused as to why my creature was missing an ability.
Would you say playing in gold is beneath you?
No. I find that it's a nice, relaxed way to play the game. I think Gold is sort of the sweet spot because there's like a perfect balance between the cards having a decent spread of abilities The rule sets aren't, generally speaking, incredibly prohibitive like they can be in some diamond matches with the triple rule sets.
Right.
And it's just a chill time. It's a lot more accessible, and you don't have to think as hard of all the interactions between all the abilities.
So you'd say it's chiller than bronze.
Yeah, I think it's like bronze to me is just play these specific combinations of cards, and provided your opponent didn't play these, you will win.
Yep.
Silver is a little bit more nuanced or nuanced. Whereas gold is sort of like the whole compromise between here's a whole bunch of fun abilities, but there's not so many that the interface can be overwhelming with all the status effects and cancellation of status effects, how this status effect interacts with that other status effect. There still is that, but just not as many as there is in Diamond League. And I think that's a nice win, an easy win there as well. Okay, there we go. I did notice that the stream quality dropped a little bit there, guys, so I apologize. There was some buffering happening on my end. Yeah, I think it's resolved now. But I think that may be due to my new audio interface and a mismatch in the sampling rate between my microphone and the audio capture device. The output device, sorry, that I'm listening to, my headphones. That's probably the cause of that. So I'll need to fix that for my next stream. I know what's going on with that. I'm a nerd. Proudly.
What if it was just your internet that glitched out for 5 seconds?
It could be, but it's unlikely. I have fiber internet to my house.
Yeah, me too.
So it's pretty unlikely because it doesn't tend to get disturbed by much, and there's no storms or anything. Oh, I'm so tired. So very tired. Oh, there's a battle. Well, for some, bronze is frustrating because of card combinations. Yeah, I haven't played in bronze in such a long time, JB, so it's hard for me to relate. Everybody gets rebirth here. Everybody always hits their target, and we're just not allowed legendaries. So I'd really like to play death for the life leech, but I think I'm going to be playing life splinter for the divine shield and life leech, because stitch leech is one of my favorite cards. Maybe Chaos Knight. I feel like Chaos Knight is an underrated beast. Go with a poison, cleanse, and a triage. We've got 1 mana. If everything always hits, then Chaos Agent is pointless. Can't play legendary, so actually no, Chaos Agent is not pointless in the back position because they have more health than Scrapper. So let's do that. See how we go. Oh no. They brought a Deep Lurker. Deep Lurker's annoyingly comprehensively good. But I think
Shanna, the best combination.
I think Deep Lurker on their own is pretty incredible. But I'm fairly sure I'm going to be able to overwhelm their Deep Lurker. It's great that my little herbalist there has triage, so they're healing themselves every time the deep lurker hits them.
That is decent.
It's very excellent. But my Stitch Leech was a great choice here. They're at 11 health with their little build life leech. Scavenge would have also been a great ability to play in that rule set. So what? Oh wow, that's 3 wins in a row in Modern. Watch out. Here comes a loss. Here comes a big loss. I'm gonna get absolutely slaughtered. No armor. Fire and regret. Everybody gets trampled. I think it's my turn to play Deep Lurker now. With the possibility. Because a Deep Lurker with trample will just be comically broken. So I often forget how much mana Deep Lurker costs. There they are. Demoralize is going to be important in this rule set, I would suggest. If only Oceanus cost 10 mana, that would make Legionnaire Alvar really much nicer than what they already are. But the Void Arm is going to be great. So there's 2 Demoralize, which will reduce the enemy attack. We need some more opportunity. Throw in Dr. Blight and the 0 mana Fiend. We'll hope for the very best here. Add Noah into the mix. Oh, I don't know that I've got a Noah that's very usable. My opponent's gone with a Gladiator card and Octavia, so that's super interesting. Look at that, Deep Lurker, bang bang with the trample straight out of the gates. Interesting use of the Will-O-Wisp. I'm going to be in trouble when that trap goes crazy in a moment. Maybe they won't. Now the trap's gone away. I think I'm going to be okay. Deep Lurker, I think, single-handedly won this game. That was pretty nice. Let's go again. At least I recognize that it was appropriate to play Deep Lurker there, which is better than what I normally do. Standard rule set, 99 mana.
Whoa.
That's going to be fun. Looks like my opponent's only got level 1 cards, or they've just entered their brawls. One of the two things. I think I'm going to go Grandmaster Wraith. And then I want to use definitely Brightwing. I want to use Billa. You know what? I'm going to use Hero of the Beyond.
Ooh.
Yeah. I believe they were a collaboration between Splinterlands and Blockchain Heroes, which I think was a game on Wax. I'm not 100% sure.
Pretty sure it was one of the biggest rug. Someone in the chat.
Yeah, it's a really underrated card in Splinterlands, Hero of the Beyond. It's not used very often.
I find it when cards rug pull still in the get after it because the collabs.
I think that's going to be my team here. So many repairs. Oh no, they brought Shatter. But they're also not super high leveled with their cards. So if I get my attacks in, there is the chance that I do okay.
Did you perchance just hear a dog ting?
I think this is going to be in my favor, this battle. The void armor is strong. The void armor is incredibly strong. Even though they've got void and I've got a fair bit of magical damage in my team. Zuriel is a cleaning up. So is Corsair Bousson. I always think of him as being French. That's why I say it that way.
Oh, sorry. What was your second language?
Say again, you're very distant.
My dog keeps moving the microphone. I'm not kidding. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
What was your second language in school?
I learned German up until the time when we swapped out for Mandarin. And I was getting pretty good with German. So I did that from, I think, 5th grade through to 9th grade. So I did 4 years of German. But then it got changed over to Mandarin and it was compulsory in the 9th grade. But then you would specialize in whatever you wanted to do in your post-high school studies afterwards. And I only did Mandarin for a year and I did not enjoy it. Because I was like, but I'm learning German and I'm somewhat competent at it now. And the school just said no.
So is Mandarin the default second language for most Australian elementary and high school students?
I think so. Yeah.
Just because of proximity, right?
Yeah. I don't think it was poor me, Daru. But the fact that German grammatical structures are generally the complete opposite of what they are in English, it's challenging because you have to change the way you think.
Yeah, because there's so many different cases.
Yeah. And it's also, we go, the cat sat on the mat. But in German, I think it would be expressed as the mat, the cat is on it. Or, the sentence structure is the other way around. You go noun, whatever. Yeah, Mandarin is Chinese, as opposed to Cantonese, which is the other Chinese dialect.
Cantonese is the superior sort of Chinese, I will say.
Yeah, it's like the Queen's English version of English relative to the Australian version of English.
But at the same time, I'm a fervent anti-monarch, so...
All right. What am I doing here, team-wise? I've spent way too long talking about languages now, and I'm going to play the language of loss, which is my love language. By playing Grund in the front in reverse speed, which I didn't even notice it was reverse speed, and Dr. Blight's going to get a last stand. But my opponent has again fielded underleveled cards, so if I get my Affliction happening on Bakjira, that'll open us up to some nice anti-heals. Oh, Grund, look at you. And this is great because Genoshanus is going to succumb to the melee attacks.
Wow.
I think this is a scenario where, given the team my opponent played, I could have played pretty much anything because of the fact that their cards are not as leveled up as mine.
If Joker 6969 is going to start playing Water Splinter, he just needs Cruel Satherpod, Deep Lurker, Oceanus, and
Kelia.
Guardian.
And Kelia.
And Kelia, yeah, exactly. Those 5 cards in bronze, you're set.
And don't even bother ever playing Fire in Bronze League.
Yeah, don't play Fire in Bronze League.
In fact, don't play Fire in Silver League or Gold League or Diamond League. Actually, you can get cheeky in the lower leagues with Jotun plus Magic, because there's not a lot of Magic Reflect, Void, or Void Armor in the lower league. So if you play Jotun and just spam magical blast just shreds through teams. But that won't be applicable for very long.
If I'm playing bronze and I use Helia, Demon Shark, Deep Lurker, Oceanus, Pelagor, Flying Guy, and the healing chick, and then something at the back with 1 or 0 mana. Pretty set.
Daru, regarding needing to learn all the Chinese characters or a small subset, I don't remember. It was 1 year of my life, and I believe that was probably the only subject in high school that I ever got scolded by the teacher for, and it is indeed the only class I ever got sent to detention for, because I was a model student. But I did not want to change the language I was studying. Not that far into my studies.
You got detention in high school?
Yeah, once, because I completely disrespected the act of doing a test for the Chinese class, because you could still go and do German and then German studies as part of the like higher education. And you know, German art and German culture is really, really fascinating. Like, they have so much stuff, and it helps you be a bridge into all the other Germanic languages as well, of which there are many in Europe. You know, Dutch, which is basically German, and all that sort of thing. And
it's not Germanic language per se, but
Dutch, not Danish.
No, but
yeah,
Danish and German are mutually intelligible.
Yeah. And yeah, I was just really, really sad that I couldn't continue studies that I was, you know, it was a struggle at first, but I was starting to grasp all the concepts. And then to have that sort of be like, no, sorry, you can't do this anymore, we're doing something else now, was really disruptive.
I can imagine. I mean, my second language in high school, even though it's my first language, ironically, was English.
Yeah.
Because I had to go to French school because of government policy. But our school had third language, and I took German as well. But now, as of today, even though the other choice is Spanish, I speak better Spanish, having never learned any Spanish, than I do German.
Yeah, one of my first languages was Greek, because my family used to speak Greek at home. So to this day, if someone's having a conversation in Greek, I can understand what they're talking about. But if you ask me to translate it into English, because again, it's one of those things where the structure of the language is different.
Oh yeah.
I really struggle. I comprehend what is being discussed, but I can't translate it into English. I can give you the general idea of what is being said, but not word for word.
Same for me in Slovak, my grandpa's language. And I always wondered why he couldn't translate things for me. And then I started studying it, and it became quite clear. So, like, if I was listening to Slovak being spoken, I'd be able to tell you he's talking about a large man, a small woman, beer, coffee, now apartment, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's sort of like at a 3 to 5 year old level of comprehension.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah.
But then once in a while, since I know some technical words, I'll be like, oh, they're talking about the ontological disingenuity of, you know, whatever.
They're just, what is that word in academia? Pontificating. They're just pontificating.
Academics never use the word pontificating because they're too busy pontificating.
Exactly. But yeah, everyone that's sort of asks people, what is your first language? I sort of tend to reply a little bit aggressively that English wasn't my first language and it wasn't yours either. Our first language were whatever cries and wails we made as children, be they intentional or unintentional. And And having worked in contact centers before and having many of the staff in the contact center that I work for be based in India or the Philippines, and having other customers be borderline racist about the fact that there's a global workforce, I would pull that line on customers and just be, hey, English wasn't my first language and it wasn't yours either. And they'd go, no, I was born and bred in Australia. What are you talking about? I always spoke English. I'm like, so when you were a child, it got them back on track pretty quickly. Not what you expect when you contact a contact center. And that's, the story of how they stopped me from talking to customers.
This is a genuine question, though. When we cry as children and infants, are our cries universal, or do we cry in a given language?
I think it's like music, because you could take music from a completely foreign culture to yourself. So you could take, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a indigenous style of music that is like far removed geographically from another.
Are you talking about rhythm or melody?
Just not necessarily rhythm or melody, just a particular sound will either make someone feel happy or sad, regardless of whether or not that music has cultural relevance to them.
Sometimes it can be grating, though, because if a given culture is operating in a different scale harmonic system that you're not used to hearing, the notes can actually
it would be like taking a mariachi band to ancient Egypt.
Yeah, but the mariachi band is still playing in the key of E or D, so we're gonna understand it. Well, if we get like an Indian, I don't know, folk rock group.
Gigi Shoyo is like, this is the second story you've told about why they stopped you talking to customers. Yeah, there's many reasons why they're like, we can't have this guy communicate with customers so much.
We don't want to fire him because he's quite talented. But,
no, Daru. There's been no promo roles at all this particular stream. I've just been happy to sit here and play the game and discuss things. It doesn't have to be giveaways on every single stream. And I like to think that we've been keeping the audience nice and engaged the whole time as well. I just didn't feel like doing the giveaways today, so I didn't.
Man, I didn't even notice, and it felt so great to not have giveaways.
I mean, it's so much more content.
They kind of detract from the flow of the stream.
I mean, if I was doing giveaways and your friend's name, which I'd forgotten, that came in and asked hey, what's the guide of getting started in Splinterlands TV, I probably would have missed that.
Fair point. This is actually refreshing.
And this is what Splinterlands TV was like, back in the old days.
Well, it was nice back in the old days, like when there was like maybe one giveaway a show, or like some people would give away like a few cards, but it was kind of unpredictable, right?
Yeah, but I think also the true giveaway, and this may be my own hubris coming back to haunt me here, is me giving my knowledge and my commentary to the community, and the memes. We can't forget the memes. The memes are the truest and most purest of gifts.
And any blockchain game, and I'm gonna sound like a politician because I am, is based on the community that's built around it. And community interactions that are premised on spreading community values and norms and
Your dog's moved your microphone again.
And learning from one person to the other are far more valuable to the formation of community and its maintenance than any giveaway of any size could ever be.
Yeah, I agree.
Community.
Thank God no giveaways, and we are more focused. Yeah, exactly. Now done. Oh, Commander Garlic sneaking in with the praise to make me blush that I am his precious gift. and with his continued delusion that he is my child.
When you don't do your giveaways, do they roll over?
No, no.
Okay.
It's just that opportunity is a forfeit, basically, which I'm okay with.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Plus, we all know that I can't react emotionally enough to get clip of the week. So what's the point? No plan RG. You just missed the whole discussion we had. Here's a giveaway for you. Can you give me a win? I'm losing in ranked battles. You can send me a challenge, Larkin, but given we've only got 5 minutes left, I don't think we've got time, but I can play a team that's certain to lose, and then you can have a win, but I'm fighting against ATP KGL 87 of the guild Kino Max 04, and it looks like we have a fairly similar team. Their use of they brought Sandworm, but their Sandworm does not have snare. I saw Sandworm and immediately thought, it must be snare. I feel fairly confident about my team selection here, given I've got the little Last Stand Dragonimon or the back here. I mean, Garlic, you're probably one of the most engaging streamers here with all your air horns and stuff. I'd watch Garlic streams even if there was no giveaways.
They should time Commander Garlic so that he does like 3 distinct slots every morning. With no offense to other streamers, just because of his vibe. To time them with the North American like wake up periods. So he would be doing it at 8 to 9 UTC -5, 8 to 9 UTC -7, and 8 to 9 UTC -8.
I mean, Commander Garlic is also like a professor of sorts. For real, which is a complete contradiction of the personality they bring to stream. They are an educator, and on Splinterlands TV they are a deceiver.
Well, to be fair, I'm a former university teacher as well, and I feel that I am a I have betrayed my profession. As someone else put it, I am uncouth and unkempt.
I am certainly unkempt, and I embrace in it.
Oh, me too.
Oh, you're teaching a course on public speaking. You just stand up at the front of the lectern in the front of the class, Garlic, with an air horn, and it's like, now this is how you get everybody's attention. Bah, 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 bah. Yes, good morning, class. Hello. It is me, Professor Garlic. I can envision that.
Can we ask Professor Garlic if he prefers appeals to pathos, logos, or ethos?
I thought I was meant to be putting you to sleep, not you putting me to sleep. But we've got about 2.5 minutes left here today. No giveaways. Holazor will be fired. I don't think so. I think I'd be more likely to resign from Splinterlands TV than Ron saying, right, Holazor, you're not here anymore. I just told them to stand outside the street and talk for 2 hours. Yeah, I think that's one of the elements of public speaking that's really underrated, is the ability to just approach strangers and say things to them or ask them questions, because public speaking isn't just about talking in front of an audience, as far as I'm concerned. That's pretty easy. The most challenging thing is approaching someone you don't know and engaging them directly.
I think, excuse me, engaging anybody.
Yeah. it also then teaches you the ability to engage with a broad variety of people. And you realize that each individual is just a person in that crowd that you're speaking to, which makes it easier. But in any case, we have 20 seconds left. Thank you all for joining us here this evening on Splinterlands TV. Thank you for being with us this evening, Prime Rogue, Kevin, all the other names we call you, which are not suitable for Splinterlands TV, uncouth, unkempt, just like me. It's what we love. So I will catch you guys next week. Cheers.